All right, there we go. Get to hang out with everybody. Get the chat on opened up here. Return it there. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, Ship, how's it going? Hey, Mrs. Shoop, how's it going? Yeah, I'm filthy today. I've been cleaning the shop a little bit, and I believe I'm going to reorganize. I just ain't exactly sure how yet. I've got 13 feet this way, but I've got like 25 or 26 feet this way. I've got a few things in my path, like this wood stove and these support beams here. So I've got to figure out how to work around everything and still have it all. Hey, there's my cat. How you doing, cat? Hey, there's Pine. How's it going? The party's here now that you're here, Pine. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't know what it is. I really kind of needed to hang out with you guys tonight after the fiasco earlier. We'll be here, Pine. Where's Flossie at? We're missing Flossie. Everybody doing all right tonight? Now I know what I forgot to do. Put this trash bag back here. I got a little bit done today, just not what I wanted to get done. I wanted to shoot a video or two, but I started out working on this bandsaw table, and then after that, all that stuff happened with the neighbor, and that just ruined my mood, and I didn't want to try to record a video and be in a bad mood. Hey there, Plywood. Because when I shoot a video, if I'm in a bad mood, you can tell it, and I don't really like that, so. But that's okay. People will get what's coming to them for the shit that they do, I believe. I'll make sure of that. And you know, Cat, if he would have been attacking the neighbor's dog, I would have completely understood all of that. But he wasn't attacking. Hell, he was done running home by the time he come back out with the gun, and he still shot. And Anna was standing back here at the edge of the woods hollering for the dog, so he shot in the direction that Anna was standing, and I have a real big problem with that. But where I was walking up the road looking for him, I seen him down there at that trailer, and he wasn't attacking that dog. What's going on, Mike? Just trying to get in a little bit better mood. I tell you what, Cat, I just barely handled it well. It took everything I had in me not to just charge him. And I mean, legally speaking, yeah, the dog had slipped his collar and was on his property, but he was not attacking his dog. I could see walking up the road that nothing like that was going on. Yeah, Mike, I about did tonight. I about caught the ultimate charge tonight. Well, I've got a dog. He's, I guess, 1.5 years old now. He's still a puppy. Slipped his collar and got over in one of the neighbor's yards. And I'd been out hollering for him and looking for him. And I figured out he was over at the trailer that my uncle rents out to somebody. So I started walking over down the road to have to walk out my road and back up the next road beside us. But I mean, you can see straight through the woods to that trailer. But I had to walk over there to get him. And as I was walking over there, I seen that guy walk in his house, come back out with his gun and shoot through the woods towards my house. I thought he shot my dog because my dog had started home. My dog did not attack his dog like he said it did. And my fiance's mentally challenged daughter was standing here at the back of the house calling for the dog, and he shot in that general direction. And that's all of that is a no-no. He said, he ever comes up here and attacks my dog again, I'll shoot him. I said, you can go ahead and shoot him, but I guarantee you I'll end you. Oh, it's about to start fine. I dealt with all kinds of crazy shit from the meth heads right next door to us over here. I'm not going to deal with no more crazy shit. But this happened right when Mike went off his live. I come up from the basement right after Mike ended his live, and this started right then. Been an interesting day for sure. Exactly right, man. But I mean, if my dog would have actually attacked that dog, sure, I would have understood the scenario a little bit better. But that's not what happened. Just because I wasn't right there in his yard doesn't mean I can't see, the quarter-mile distance from where I was at on there, not even quarter-mile from where I was at to his house. I seen him walk in the house, get his gun, walk, not run, walk back out with it and shoot straight up through the woods towards where the dog was running home. Hey LJ, how's it going? Woodchucker. No, it's not the same one I was drinking the other day. I go through about 3 or 4 of them a day. Yeah, it has been a crazy day for sure. How you doing, old Path? Yeah, Mike, I'm good. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start on it tomorrow. And I'm going to make a video while I do it. I was going to go with that partial angle design like you used there, and I was going to use that to hang the necklace on, and then I was going to figure something out at the bottom as a base for rings, and I'll figure out some way to hang earrings on it. Yeah, I know what you mean, Mike. I can barely edit my videos. I wonder if it's doing anything here. It rained for about 3 or 4 minutes a while ago, but it stopped. It ain't doing nothing now. I thought we were supposed to get some kind of storms tonight, but I guess I was wrong. Hey, Soup, what kind of weather y'all got down that way? $25 acres. That'd be nice. This used to be 8 acres or 9 acres, something like that. But my grandparents broke it up and sold it. We had about 4 or 5 acres of woods. The house I'm in now, the house right next door, the land that it was on. We still own the woods across the road from us. And we used to own the field, acre field and barn up on the hill behind the house. That's where we grew our tobacco, but it got sold with the rest of it. So I would love to have all that back. But there's a family that lives right around here that wants to own every piece of land in this section of the county. So watching myself sand while editing, I felt that. Brother-in-law told me that ChatGPT would write a good title and description and tags for my videos. So I wound up downloading it and trying it. So I changed the title of that last long form video I done and description and stuff. I've not checked to see how it's done since then. But yeah, I'd definitely like to know what you did for sure. Don't look like it's done a whole lot to the views. It's had 343 views. That's average, I guess, for my videos. I was hoping it would rain enough tonight to at least knock the pollen down a little bit. Okay, Mike, I'll look at it when I get off the live. I can't do it and stay live. Open anything like that on my phone and it closes my live. Yeah, shoot, when Pine gets moved down here, we'll all have to get together sometime, like go hang out in Gatlinburg or something. Cause I gotta admit, I think that would be great. Hey, shoot, did you end up checking out that tool store besides Smoky Mountain Knife Works while you was down there? Hmm. It ain't been real bad in the last couple days, but past week or so we've got a fair amount. We had a couple of pretty bad storms, but they moved across us pretty quick. I didn't even notice the antique shop. Damn. Damn, I wish I could have turned around and went back. And the really shitty thing is, I could have turned around and went back. I told Mom to restart her phone. I figured she had already done that, but hell, we was done halfway back to the house by the time she called and said, oh, that fixed it. I'm like, really? They have anything good in it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a reason to get back down there and check all that out. Nice. Mm, yeah, if I'm gonna have one of them, I'm definitely not gonna want to stay on the pavement. All right, old Path, you have a good night, brother. Come back and see us anytime. There's Flossie, finally. I was beginning to think you wasn't gonna show up, Flossie. Ooh, I want a popsicle. Bring me one. When I drink at home by myself, well, let me rephrase that. When I used to drink at home by myself, I just drank straight out of the bottle. Must be the hillbilly in me, I guess. I don't do dignified. I take my shot straight out of the jug. Or I used to anyway. Damn, cat. That's brutal. That is hilarious. So when you guys break down pallets to use, do you keep the nails out of them or do you just toss them? Because I have a shit ton of pallet nails. This jar full of nails come out of that one pallet. I will probably spend part of the day tomorrow reorganizing the shop, just trying to get things moved around so I've got more room. But right now, I've got the bandsaw set up here beside my table saw on my fancy little table. For those of you that ain't seen the table I slapped together today. We didn't even know you was gone, Pine. Yeah, I believe that's about what I'm gonna do, only I'm not gonna have it quite so tall. Yeah, Mike, I believe that's the way I'm gonna go with that stand. Something similar to that. That way you can hang like a necklace on it right here, and I don't know. I'll figure the rest of it out tomorrow when I actually start building, but good job, John. Good job. Knock it all on the floor. Okay. I don't know, I feel like that's a little bit too thin for one of those mountain shelves. Yeah, I'm good, Flossie. I just decided to knock everything in the floor. Which this isn't the first time today that I've done that. Yeah, Mike, that was well how I started out doing anyway. But with the amount of work it takes breaking down a pallet and the price of fence pickets, I figured fence pickets would be the better choice. Although on the way home from meat and shoot the other day, I did find a place that tears down barns and sells the wood from them. They didn't have a price list or anything. They were getting ready to pull out as I was pulling in. I'm gonna go check them out sometime this week and see what their prices are. 'Cause they had some damn nice barn wood. Yeah, it sure does, Heidi. Wait till you see it in action. I'm gonna try a challenge out come the weekend. I don't have one of those, shoot. I need one. I'd love to have one, but maybe when I get some income coming back in, I can. So those really do work as good as they say they work. I've wondered about that for a long time, ever since I. Damn, these apron pockets was each one half full of sawdust. I should have talked to my bosses at John Deere and seen if they let me make me one while I was there. I saw some little benches somewhere. I don't know if it was on Pinterest or where I seen them at, but they were wood benches and they had tile laid out on the seat. And the Dollar General market up here has packs of tile. It's got 8 pieces in it for $10. I think 2 packs of that would be more than enough to cover a small bench seat. So I thought about trying one of those. Yeah, that's a good show, Shoop. I used to watch it all the time. Yeah, that's something I've definitely got to learn. Damn it, I've got to do that from my phone. There, I said I would do that the other day when they were talking about sponsors and stuff in Ryan's live, so there it is. What, Flossie? Barnwood? Yeah, I mean it wasn't cheap back then. This place might be, but I mean sometimes you can find good deals on stuff, sometimes you can't. It's just luck of the draw, I guess. Oh, there's plenty of barns around here, Mike. I can go lift a board here or there if I have to. Hell, OSB and plywood and shit's still really expensive. Yep, that is correct, Mike. That's one of the ways that they done it around here. After it dries, Flossie, it really ain't that flammable anymore. Now, as soon as you put the diesel on it, I wouldn't strike a lighter right next to it, but after the fumes dissipate and the oil dries out, it ain't no different than just a regular piece of wood as far as catching fire goes. Yep, you are correct, Mike. Yep, hay will combust completely on its own as it dries out in the field or in the barn, either one. I remember somebody first telling me that. I thought, oh, you're full of shit, but by God, it sure does. I've seen it happen. I'm eventually going to branch out into trying some blacksmithing and gold and silver smithing. So I'll be picking up railroad ties and stuff like that too for when the blacksmithing part comes. Yeah, I remember having to put up hay for people. I get little bitty slivers of hay all in my hand and everything. And I'm not a big person for wearing gloves. They would all, everybody I would work for would try to get me to wear some, and I'm like, no, not gonna happen. I don't do gloves. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, working with railroad ties, it would be nice, but that's got to play hell on your blades. It really does. I can't imagine running a railroad tie through my table saw. It just seems like that would be. I mean, I can't afford new blades, so I've got to be careful about what I do. I got a feeling Flossie's going to end up turning that new pole saw into a sawmill and cutting her own lumber. Excuse me just a minute. I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. Oh, did I miss anything? I can't even figure out where my pry bar went. I used it for something a while back and I have no idea what it was and I can't find it anywhere now. So when I took that pallet apart, I had to take it apart with a hammer and a lug wrench. Yeah, Flossie, using stuff like that will definitely build up muscles you didn't know you had. So did anybody build anything cool this weekend? Flossie, did you build anything cool or did you just play with your saw? What happened, Pine? What was it doing to make you think the audio was messed up? Good night, Woodchucker. Thank you for stopping by, buddy. Are you going to be live tomorrow, Annie? Are you gone, Plywood? You have a good night, buddy. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. We appreciate it. The phone mics will pick audio up. That's what I'm using right now. When I do my videos, I use I use my little microphone here. But when I'm on live, I just use the phone mic. And it works just fine. But you just got to remember, when you're on live, there's a delay between what you say and when they hear it. You've got about a 10-second delay. Let me see here. I'll figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-second delay between when you say something and when you see it on the live. I don't think it does, Woodchucker. I think that there's always a delay like that. It might shorten it some. I have no idea. Next time you go live, if I catch it, I'll get on there with you and we'll try to figure out how much of a delay you've got. But yeah, Pine, you're more than welcome to join our Facebook group. And if you're not already a member, you might be. I can't remember. But whenever you're going to go live, you can post it in there in the chat for the Facebook group, all of it. And we can coach you through as you're doing it and everything else. If you want me to, I'll go live with you one day and help you through it. That is my number one main purpose for being here, is to help others. There is the link to the Facebook group. Or I think it is. My fiance's phone's not connected to the Facebook group, so I don't know if it sent the link right or not. That's what I was afraid of. Go ahead and do it, Kat. Since Amy's not actually a member of the group, I don't know if it shares right or not. It probably didn't. I appreciate you, Kat, for everything you do. But when you're logged into Facebook, if you just search Ricker Creations Woodworks, it'll pop up the group. I don't like vertical lives myself, Kat, but when you do a vertical live, it shows up in the short speed and that'll pick you up extra viewers. And I usually get an extra subscriber or two after I've been live. So that's why I do it like this. Hey, not a problem, Pine. That's the whole reason I started my channel to begin with, was to help beginners. Because I know when I was starting, I was watching Daniel's channel and Matthew Peach and a couple of others, and they had all these big expensive tools that I just didn't have and couldn't get. And that made me feel really overwhelmed. That's the reason I done the beginner series on my channel like I did. Because I wanted to help beginners. Yes, I would love for my channel to be monetized and make a little bit of money off of it. That would tickle me to death. But if I help one person get started that otherwise wouldn't, I have done what I set out to do. Yeah, shoot, we'll have to approve it. I can't because my phone's recording the live. I can get it right after the live, or Kat may jump on it and grab it here in a second. I don't know. Good, Flossie. Then I've done my job. I've done what I set out to do. Yeah, starting next week, Mike, I think I'm going to go back to the beginner series and do a few more videos in it. I've had a couple of tool ideas pop in my head to make. After some stuff people have been talking about here lately. Yeah, Pine, that's how I found everybody too. Hell, if it hadn't have been for Daniel, I would have never started this channel. I was always interested in woodworking. I used to sit around and watch the Woodwright Shop when it would come on PBS Create after the kids was born, and the ex-wife would tell me, "Oh, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that." And that kind of burnt me out to where I wouldn't ever try it. And then after I got with my fiance now, she found out that I was interested in it because she seen me watching a couple of woodworking videos. It may have been Daniel or it may have been Matthew. I'm not sure which it was, but she actually encouraged me and pushed me to get started in it. I tell you what, guys, I'm about wore out tonight. I was up to about 4 o'clock last night, and then I got so mad earlier and had that big adrenaline rush. And after I wound down from it kind of wore me back down some. Yes, Cat, he did. And I'm going to here about 12:30. I'm trying to at least keep some kind of hours reasonably well normal. Yeah, I'll go about 12:30. Unless we've got like a whole bunch more people in here. Hell, we've got 16 people in here. Damn, shoot. All right, Mike, buddy, you have a good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow sometime. Damn, Shoop, I thought you was 60 something. I'm just teasing, Sheep. I thought you was about my age. Anybody have any videos they would like to see? Any builds they would like to see? Yeah, Shoop's 60 and still hanging with the 20-year-olds. I am 45 years old. I look like I'm 65 years old, and I feel like I'm 95 years old. Of course, I ain't been real good to myself through my life either. I've been pretty rough on my poor body. I'd like to feel that again for a day or two. That would be something else. I blew out one knee my left knee when I was 21. I was riding a roller racer down a hill into some apartments and jumping a speed bump. Long story short, there was a spot of gravel filling up a pothole at the bottom of that hill. And I had started way up at the top and I had somebody run and push me down the hill. And I was going so fast they couldn't keep up with me no more. I hit that speed bump. I come about 5 foot in the air. I landed beautifully until the front end of that roller racer hit that gravel and that nose end buried down and flipped me off on a rock. I didn't go to the doctor at the time, but I did bleed. I had to cut my pants off. I bled so bad. The whole front of my pants leg all the way down to the toe of my sock was covered in blood. But it ain't been right since. I went to an ortho doctor back when I was around 30 something, 32, 33. And he said that I needed a full knee replacement, but I was too young because they only last about 10 years. And I'm like, well, go ahead and do it and I can enjoy my life. And you get to do it again, you get double the money. It seems like a win-win scenario, but he didn't see it that way. Hey, Robert G. Hey, Jack in the shop. How's it going? But you spend 25 years keeping all your weight on your other leg because you've got one bad knee. Guess what happens to your other knee? It gets wore out. So now I've got two bad knees. That makes for an interesting time. I've had some really crappy jobs that was really hard on my hands, and now I've got carpal tunnel. So I don't know. It ain't really nothing against young people. I just don't like people at all, period, anymore. It was just like when I started doing this channel, I never thought I'd be able to go live because I don't like people. I don't like talking to people. I would just as soon hide in my corner. But going live, I mean, I love it. I get to talk to you guys, hang out with you guys. It's great. I was really surprised. I know when John Deere calls us back, we'll be making $20.21 an hour for second shift. That's not counting our bonuses that we get. Bonus is at about $1.05 an hour. I love talking to myself, shoot. If you watch me in the shop when there ain't nobody around, I talk to myself. I can be sitting outside and I'll just strike up a conversation with myself. I do it at work. I do it at home. I don't know why. That's just something I've always done. I guess sometimes I need expert advice. I'm laid off right now, Pine, but yes. Of course, Flossie, I'm not going to just leave myself hanging like that. I can't have just a one-sided conversation. That ain't right. Happy way to do myself. I talk back to myself. I answer questions that I ask. I do it all. Tractor, lawnmower. What was you using, Robert? Do you know which model it was? Yep, Pine, I decided to bring him back. Those John Deere mowers are built right here in my hometown. That's all my John Deere factory does is mowers and attachments. A 118. But yeah, that come out of Greenville, Tennessee. Yeah, they're up to, I think, S series now is what they were making this year and last year. But I think we're the only factory that does the lawnmowers. I think all the other factories do the tractors and heavy equipment and stuff. So how do you like it, Flossie? Have you got to use it yet? Well, shoot, that's probably not outside of the realm of possibility. They're up to something. Because the season was pretty short this year. It was really short last year. Of course, there was some other troubles. But I heard rumors that John Deere and Ford said that if the tariffs all went into place, that they were going to move to another country and not sell to the U.S. Now, after hearing those rumors and watching what they were doing at the factory, that kind of made a little bit of sense because they're not wanting to hire any new full-time employees. They're wanting to lessen the amount of full-time employees they have and hire more temporary agency employees. I think they're doing that just so they can shut down and run and not have to pay a bunch of severance packages and stuff. At 130. Yeah. I can't afford a John Deere. I know I'll probably never own one because I can't afford, $3,000 to $5,000 for a lawnmower. I might find a used one day that's affordable, but I have doubts about that too. I would love to have one of their zero turn mowers. I really truly would. But I can't for the life of me think of another reason a company would want to lessen the amount of full-time employees they have and increase the amount of, well, they don't call us temps, they call us contingents. So why would they want to lessen the amount of regular employees and increase the amount of contingents unless it's so they can just jump and move when they want to? Well, hell, that ain't too bad, Flossie. I could just about afford that and would pay it for that model. The 145s have the 48-inch deck on them. I think at 140 is when they start having the 48-inch deck, and the rest of the smaller ones have 42-inch deck. It might be the 130 that starts with the 48-inch deck. I can't remember for sure, but I worked in the weld department, so the frames, the decks, all we welded. We would put it in a CNC robot and it would weld through the welding. And if it needed repairs, they would be done by hand. $38-inch. I don't even think we have a 38-inch anymore. Wait a minute, was it a rear discharge, rear chute mower? Did it blow the grass out the back of it or out to the side of it? That little PTO bracket where it gets welded on the lawnmower deck. I tell you what, they've changed those, I guess. On the 42-inch decks, they've changed them like 3 or 4 times in the past few years. Bear with me a second, guys. So, let me see if I can get this phone charged up some here. All of my electronics are getting low. Oh, okay, let's see here. Gonna dance just a little bit. Woo. There we go. Hey, Big Max, what's going on? Is that a battery operated one, Flossie? The Ego? Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want a battery operated mower. I had to replace my blade on my push mower, and I took it off to go to Lowe's to buy a replacement for it, and I found one that would work. And when I went to put it back on, I'm missing a piece. So I had to weed eat the whole yard. It was it was up to at least my knees, if not taller. I've still got a little bit to go on it, but With my allergies like they are, I had to wait till it rained again before I could do it. Yeah, Big Max, we're just talking about lawnmowers, and I was dancing there a second ago. Just for Big Max. Can't leave him out. What was you trying to figure out, Big Max? I use VN when I do my editing. To upload my videos, I use YouTube Studio. YouTube should redirect you to it to download it at some point in time when you're doing everything. When I go live, I just go live straight from YouTube. Like, do you see that little plus sign in the middle right there? If you tap on it, it'll give you a chance to go live or post a text post, or you can actually even record a short. You could probably, it looks like you can record a video on it too, but I use VN to do my recording and editing. I think you have to have 25 or 50 and then you can go live, but it caps you out at how many people you can have in your live. You can always try it and see. I mean, if there's a certain sound you want to add to your short, you can record your short and edit it, and then open up YouTube and hit that plus symbol and hit make a short, and it'll let you load that video up there, and then you can put whatever song you want over top of it. Like, say you want A Country Boy Can Survive over a video of you making something. You could make the video of you making, the short of you making whatever, and then put it up there and then scroll through their sounds and pick A Country Boy Can Survive and put it up there and then publish it that way. But that's for shorts. I've never done a full video that way, so I don't know. When I make my videos, I record them in clips. I'll record a bit here and then stop the video and then start it back up and then stop it and start it back up. And then I'll upload it all to VN and I'll stitch it all together and I'll trim, walking away from and to the camera out of it and other things that don't need to be in it you can trim out. Let's see. I don't know if I subscribed to you from my fiance's phone, Flossie. Let me see. Okay, I can subscribe to you from her phone. Now you've got 21. That's Flossie's channel there. Give me just a second, Flossie. There you go. There's Big Max. You're welcome. Let's see, there's Pines, if anybody needed it. Hey, there's Bulldozer. I don't know if I'm not subscribed to any of them. This ain't my phone. There's Bulldozer's channel. I know, shoot. I remembered you telling me that the other day. Hey, Pine, are you still in here? That's a fair point, shoot. Incognito mosquito. You guys that are around my age, am I crazy or in school in reading class and like I'm wanting to say sixth, maybe seventh grade? In the reading books, there was stories that the character's name was Incognito Mosquito. Did I dream that or was that real? All right, Plywood, you have a good night, buddy. You know, I'm kind of correct. I guess I could look that up on Google. Yes, it was a real character in a book. Well, books. So I'm not crazy. I remember in school what Dick did to Jane, and it was terrible. I can't believe they subjected us to that in first grade. Oh, I'm awful. Oh, I'm way beyond a little crazy. Hey, Big Max, you still in here? No, Flossie, they did not. The other night in Ryan's live, when everybody was talking about sponsors and people getting upset about people having sponsors and stuff, I don't know if you seen it in the chat or not, but I told them I was going to start putting my Cash App tag in the descriptions of my lives, and I even typed it out in a comment and pinned the comment just to see how people react to it. I've not had any bad stuff yet, so there's not been anybody complain about it. But I think I'll start doing that from here on out. Yeah, Flossie, it kills me to not been able to donate it to that. Mike had it up in his live the other night, and I wanted to and didn't get to. Maybe they'll get unemployment figured out sometime here pretty soon. They've got the website down for unemployment right now. They are modernizing it, supposedly. And it should be back up and running Tuesday. So maybe it won't take much longer. I'm telling you, if I do get that unemployment, that would be awesome. That would give me a chance to. I mean, it ain't going to be a whole lot of money, but it would give me a chance to actually stay home and give my channel and my woodworking the push that it needs instead of trying to be divided between this and a job. I mean, it only lasts for like 12 weeks if you do get it, but that might be enough time for me to, with all of my energy focused into this, to get somewhere with it to where I wouldn't have to go back to work. Oh, hell yeah. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the chatting being done too. It used to be when you would end a live, it would show you how many watch hours you got out of it. But they made a few changes here a month or two ago, and that was one of the changes they made. It don't show you how many watch hours you got out of it. I may hop on early tomorrow. Well, I ain't gonna call it early, maybe around lunchtime. After I finish my short video, I may hop on while I'm finishing up some bee traps or something and talk to everybody and then start on my long form video. A 70-inch TV. That's what I need. No, I need about 180-inch TV. I'm wanting to say ours is a 60-inch or maybe 55. I'm pretty sure it's 60. We got it at a closeout store, and it worked good for a while, but it's got a gray strip going up and down on it now. There's no such thing as a TV being too big. Well, you don't need double doors. One door is just fine. Hell, you don't need any doors. Climb in through the window. Why do you have ducks in the room with your TV? That don't make no sense. Seems like ducks would tear up the TV. All of my ducks are definitely not in a row, and I think about 3 of them are squirrels. So Hmm, 38%, 9%. Okay. No, nobody don't want to clean up after ducks. To hell with that. Unless the ducks leave eggs, then that's a different story. Then they're worth cleaning up after. I don't know though. I've never had a duck egg, but I assume that an egg is an egg. I know that feeling. I've gone quackers. They do taste different. Razor, how's it going? Never had to clean one from a big chicken farm. I did have a chicken coop at one time that had some chickens in it until the possums or the raccoons or something chewed through the top of it and got them. Yeah, Razor, I figured I'd go live for a little while, hang out with everybody, try to get in a better mood, which I have. My mood has improved greatly tonight. Was you building anything cool tonight? Yeah, I've got to make me some kind of instrument. Like a banjo or what do they call them? Cigar box guitar or something to that effect. Well, thanks for coming by, Flossie. I greatly appreciate you. You have a good night. I will see you tomorrow. Sleep good, Flossie. Yeah, Flossie's pretty cool. I just like Flossie's name. Because Flossie is the Appalachian term for fancy, or highfalutin is another word for it. Highfalutin fancy woman. Everybody calls them Flossie. Or at least that's what my grandmother called them anyway. Oh yeah, Sheep, are you gonna go to that one in Kingsport? I had done forgot that quick. Still not sure. All right, Pine buddy, we'll see you tomorrow. I believe I'm about to head out here in a couple of minutes too. Well, yeah, I know you're not going to be in it, but if you're there, then I can come and aggravate you. I mean, hang out with you. Damn, I hate to end a live and 9 people still in here. Yeah, Razor, I've got my Cash App tag in the description and in the pinned comment. I done that after everybody was talking the other night about the way people were reacting to them having sponsors, and I said I'm just gonna start putting my Cash App tag in the description every time I go live. And Pine, I think you'll like what comes out tomorrow. I understand that for sure. I'm getting old myself. Well, I've not picked up any new subs tonight. Damn. I usually pick up a couple during a live. Yeah, don't get killed, Razor. That wouldn't be no good. But let's see, I need 160 subs and I can't remember how many watch hours. It's still like 2,000 and some watch hours to get monetized. I just emptied the pockets of this apron out where I've been using this electric hand plane, and I mean, both pockets were over half full of sawdust. Which I guess if I would put the bag on it that came with it, that wouldn't happen, but it is what it is. Mm, looks like you got two shorts. Yes, your short does work, Big Max. Okay, you've got two of them up. One has one view and one has 32 views. Looks like they're the same thing though. Oh, that one's got a song with it. Okay. But yeah, Big Max, it's working good. Yeah, man, I know I need a better apron, but I mean, I didn't pay but like $3 or $4 for this one, so I can't really complain. I got it at Ollie's Bargain Barn. They had two of them. I wish I'd have got both of them. Okay, I'm always ready for that. Absolutely. I want to know why this phone will not charge on my charger. Oh well, guys, I hate to run off on you, but it's 10 after 1 and we've been at it for 2 hours and 13 minutes. So, and no, I wouldn't expect to order something. I'm happy with anything. You could take a cut off piece of a 4x4 and draw a smiley face on it with a Sharpie, and I'd be happy. But I love you guys very much. Thank you for hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate you. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night.